Hey, welcome to the Keep It Real AF podcast. I'm Amy, and I started this podcast because I missed my friends. Life in your 50s isn't always easy, and it can feel like you're doing it all on your own, but you're not. We're here to talk about the things that matter and maybe even have a laugh along the way.
My vote, we start with skincare. I cannot wait to tell you guys about this amazing new product line I just found.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here trying to figure out my next career move and how to find a man. Priorities, right?
Yep, this is what we're about, keeping it real. A little friend time makes everything better. So glad you're here. Can't wait to hang out.
Laughing already. My side hurts. I got a little side cramp. All right. Welcome back to the Keep It Real AF podcast. I am here with my friends and I genuinely have missed them. I really want to catch up. But welcome. If this is your first time listening, you should listen to the other episodes because you're not going to want to miss what we talk about, and you're not going to want to miss some of Emily's tea that she's been sharing. But we're here together talking about things that matter to women in their 50s and having some laughs. So grab a coffee, your green drink, your bevy, whatever it is. Hang out with us for a few minutes as we talk things all lifestyle, life. And as always, I'd like to start with a little PSA. If you're one of my kids and maybe one of my friends' kids, you should not listen anymore. This is our mom time. So I need to have this space where I am not worried about that. So yeah, excited to get going. And we're going to talk about in this podcast episode, we're going to talk about Emily's transformation. We were talking for a little bit. I didn't know what to call it, Em. Like your glow up transformation. I don't feel like weight loss. Yes, you have lost weight, but there's so many cool things that have gone. So your fill in the blank weight transformation. We'll get there. But
yes, awesome.
Before we do, let's do a little catch up, ladies. Steph, how are you?
Yes.
What's new with you?
You know, I've got the sexy voice going on. We've got influenza A running rampant through this house. So 3 victims, my youngest, oldest, and me. My oldest was supposed to go back to college. We got some bonus time with him. But yeah, this was no joke. And, I'm not the sick person. Like, I'm like, Teflon. Like, I'm taking care of the kids. I'm like, it's not going to get me. It got me, like, really good. Yeah, but I will say, if anybody has not had this yet, I would give you like 2 things really quick. I would stock up on a few things in your cabinet. They're both, if you're like of the homeopathic type, these 2 products kind of saved us.
Oh, what do you got there?
They are so they're by Boiron, which is a French product, but it is available here. And
of course, it's a French
it's
product.
about the French.
I'm telling you guys, it's readily available here. But this stuff, do not take Mucinex. Take this. It's called Chestol, and it really breaks up all the phlegm. And this is called Oscillocosonum, I think. My son looked it up. It's supposed to be made of like duck liver extract. I don't care what the fuck it's made of. It made me feel better. So
Nice.
these 2 products, like, I will always have in my medicine cabinet. So anyway, I wish you all luck because it's a bitch. This influenza A. So I feel so much better today. But yeah, it's been a week.
You don't look like you've had the flu. You look fantastic.
No.
And the hair,
Apology products are really
good.
kicking. So
Awesome.
Hair's looking good.
On another topic, I think we should have a whole episode with a functional doctor, or just talk about some supplements, because I'm been stocking up on a few that I, knock on wood, I think are keeping our house pretty healthy. But
yeah,
I mean, I'll take any recommendations to stay healthy. So
absolutely.
well, good. I'm so glad to be with you guys again.
Yes,
Emily, you got any updates for us? How's life with you?
Life, it's been good. Daughter just had her wisdom teeth taken out, so I've been nursing her the last couple days. So that's been fun. No updates on job.
You're getting sexy on us. What's happening?
I know. Well, this is like we're workout gear and, kind of, since it's
That's
talking
right.
about weight loss and stuff,
That's
I
right. We
wanted to,
didn't talk about that.
yeah,
Wait,
Yes,
wanted
is
to
we've
make
this
all
your
sure.
is
worn
this
our
how you
favorite
is
favorite gears.
is this how you work out? Is that how you go to the gym? Like that's
Uh,
like a pickup workout outfit.
Yeah, like,
we were
wouldn't you? Like, yeah. So, yeah, this is how it would work out. But,
Oh.
only a little skin, not a lot of skin, you'd be surprised. We should talk about what to wear and what not to wear at the gym. I see things where
Yes.
it embarrasses me of
Yes.
some of these youngins of what they're wearing or lack of what they're wearing. Like, it leaves nothing to the imagination.
I
Absolutely nothing.
know.
So that's another topic. But
Okay.
so on the out of town conversation, going to see him this weekend, and I'm absolutely gonna have the conversation whether it's gonna be forced
mm,
or not, because y'all, people come out of the woodwork. And I have been just getting hit up from people that I used to date that, it didn't end badly, it just kind of fizzled, or just in general, and I just wanna and I've been putting things on hold with them, like I am seeing someone. So, I just wanna make sure, because if not, there are opportunities, for me to some things up. So, yeah,
remember the goal this year. This is a year that
this
this is when
this
we
is
knock
Yes.
things
the
down.
year.
I mean,
Yes,
you put
aim.
it out
Mhm.
there and it's
Yeah,
manifesting
it
your
is. Yeah, coming out of
sexy
the woodworks.
arm
I
get
love
up,
I
that.
know, yes.
flash
Oh,
dance.
I know, flash dance. I know, I gotta pull it up before I, like, flash y'all or something. So what's going on in your world, Aim? What's happening?
So let's see. This week I started training for my next endurance event for 29029. Did I tell you about this? Like I know Emily's always listening to my
Well, I knew
adventures.
you were doing another another crazy one. You're crazy, girl. Yeah, but I didn't know when or where or I don't know.
Yeah, so
So
this
yeah,
one's a
bring
little
me up
bit
to
like a little scary, like but in a good way. Like I love this is on the type 2 fun
speed.
kind of gal as I call it. So I am doing an event called Trail with 29029. I love that company. They have amazing experiences. So this one I'm going to do, it's called Trail. It's 3 marathons in 3 days. It's in early July. So you've got 12 hours. I'm hiking the marathon. But I'm stoked. I'm so excited. But I started actually training and it's like super cool. Great trainer. And, but it's like
I have
putting
a
a puzzle together,
question.
figuring out.
I have a question.
Well,
When you say 3 marathons in three
yes.
days, are you running?
No, I'm going to hike probably like a shuffle sometimes because it's like the average grade is about 23, 25%. So I'm like
Mhm.
hiking up a mountain. I'll be gaining elevation, but it's like trekking. It's not like the
It's
others
like
where I was like the
26
grade
miles with a
between
pretty
26 and like 28.
like a pretty good slant, pretty good
Yeah.
incline,
Yeah, I
three
like that.
days, every day.
Yeah, every day. It's like a 3 day event, but
Wow.
it's so cool. Like we've got a little cohort of people, but I think it's cool. I get to like the training approach is really cool. Like a lot of rucking, which I haven't done. And like every weekend I will be doing some distance. This is like the early stage. And so Saturday morning I've got a 5 mile trek with a 10-pound ruck, and then Sunday it'll be 8. So I don't know. We'll see. A little like, but I guess my takeaway for this is being 51. It's forcing me to be like all in on like mobility, like I like being able to do this to my body, and I'm like so appreciative that I can. But red light therapy, like 100%. If there's an expert out there that can speak to what's going on, but it is a magic trick. Been doing it for a couple days. I've been telling people about it because I fell off of a Chila, gosh, I can't even talk, a ski chairlift. And I had a really deep muscle contusion years ago. It wasn't like anything that hindered me, but the bump is gone. And like things are like feeling really good. So I actually just bought a handheld device that's supposed to literally be better than Botox for your skin. So I'm telling you, red light therapy,
That
we should have a whole freaking episode on
Yeah.
it, but that's keeping me feeling good. So I've all got my gadgets, but
okay, send it, link it.
I
Yes.
will.
We
So
need to
let's,
definitely
before
talk
we
about
get
that.
going, I mean, you all are looking so good, but we, in the spirit of transformation, we wanted to have an excuse to wear our favorite workout clothes. I am wearing a leisure suit. And this, if you could touch this, this is like Spanx like with an Amazon type budget. So I have to give a shout out to my book club that I don't go to, but I try to. And we do also have to talk about how nervous I am to host book club in February. I need to find a book. But one of our neighbors said, let's all wear leisure suits and linked this. And this is an Amazon find. It's so cute. It's comfy and it comes in like 20 different colors and it's like 30 or 40 bucks, but I love it. So I've got my tan on and Emily, as you heard, showing a little shoulder. What do you got on?
So I'm kind of like a mix when it comes to like workout wear. I like Fabletics, a little, Victoria's Secret, like their pink stuff. But I I don't know. So I have this and then my little workout pants. I don't think you guys can
Nice.
see anything, but anyway, I'm
And
all about my yoga pants. My yoga pants
Oh
and
yeah,
yeah.
cute. You look really cute.
she looks good.
I know you look
You
so
look
good.
good.
Feeling good, girl.
Steph, what do you got on?
I
You
have
look
on the
super cute too.
Spanx, outrageous. I have on the Spanx, but I actually like yours better. I'm looking at yours and I'm like, oh, I need to unzip it. I have on the Spanx Air Essentials. I don't wear it to work out. I just wear it because I feel like trash. I'm a sweaty
You look
Betty.
great though.
Oh,
Yes,
thanks.
you
I'm a
and me.
sweaty
We
Betty workout. Yeah, their power 7-8 leggings are my go-to and their tanks.
Mm,
So I'm pretty standard and yeah, that's I've got a drawer full of them, but that's my go-to workout gear.
Great.
nice.
Nice.
I'm not fancy and I don't yeah, I'm not like a shoulder flash dance. I save that for Emmy.
Yeah.
So, let's get to it. So, we, I want to thank you for being super open to being vulnerable and sharing your story. Um, I've known you for a long time, and I've seen a lot of change in the past 9 months,
Hmm.
and not only on the outside, but also the inside. And so, I think a lot of women, especially women in perimenopause, menopause, could really benefit from hearing your story. So, kind of set the stage, give us some context. What's going on? Give us a
Yeah.
feel for what's going on.
Yeah. So I just to kind of give background, I have pretty much throughout my life just struggled with weight. And it's been like a yo yo for me. And I don't know if you all remember, like in my 40s, I was just like, I got fed up and went all in, balls to the wall of losing weight. And I did. I was very similar, probably a little less weight, a little less than I do now. But I did it all through just like exercising and eating. Fast forward 10 years, 50s, and I'm like, all right, I can do that again. And I just couldn't.
You had gained the weight back,
Oh,
right?
I totally gained it back, wasn't eating healthy, wasn't working out like I should.
Mm.
So I started to do that. But I'm in menopause. So I talked to my PCP, talked to my OBGYN of just how things were different with my body and eating right and exercising, wasn't seeing any kind of change at all. So Amy was hosting a session about hormones, menopause, and semaglutide. So Amanda with Mixed Pill, she was the guest on there. So my background in healthcare, I worked a lot in the pharmaceutical industry and worked with some of the known pharmaceuticals for weight loss. I always thought of it as like a cop out of you take something just it's the lazy way about it, right? Of you take this shot or this pill or whatever just to lose weight. And that was my mentality of it versus an aid to really help. So the session, as it's talking about menopause and basically the voice, you have this food voice in your head that it helps quiet. And I have always struggled with that, whether it's was just like overeating or just a constant feeling like I needed to eat. I never felt almost like full.
Satiated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so after this session, I'm like, wow, this is really what's going on with me. And my doctor isn't saying they were saying, oh, just eat right and exercise, and never really pointed out hormones of,
Yeah.
your body's imbalanced in
Right. Like
what's
what
going.
worked for you
Yeah,
10 years ago should suddenly just still magically work for you.
right. I met with a practitioner and went through like blood work and a saliva test just to see what was going on in my body. And it was really messed up. My hormones were really messed up. And I was already on some type of, estrogen and stuff from my OBGYN, but it wasn't enough. Even after
Mm.
talking about it, and saying like my clothes, like I don't even want anything to touch me, or I'm just agitated and I'm irritable all the time and just my emotions are going up and down. Like, they didn't really give me the tools and say, let's work on this. It wasn't until that session that Amy had that I thought, okay, I have a way that I can, almost like a way out of, that I can really look at what's going on with my body. And so I did, and did some of the work and started with some of the semaglutide, along with exercising, eating healthy. Amy provided these recipes of overnight oats, a breakfast quiche that I did. And so, yeah, so it just, I really transformed everything. And it started in, I think it was around May of last year, maybe a little earlier, when I started doing like the testing and stuff. And yeah, and I've lost like 38 pounds. And it
Wow.
was gradually, it wasn't like a huge amount of weight at once. And I feel really good. That's my,
Yeah. I'm so proud of you.
yeah.
You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited that just you had the courage to just ask questions and more questions and be an advocate for yourself.
Hmm.
Which is, I really think, like probably that was one of the outcomes of just hearing from some different perspectives and just
Yeah.
knowing, okay, I probably need to find out more, like dig into it more. And I'm so excited for you because I just remember how frustrated you were. Yeah. So, and of course, you are looking good, girl. And so we're talking about GLP-1s, which is glucagon like peptides, and they've been researched for a long time. And Emily, you're doing it the right way too. Like you are, first of all, you sought some outside perspective, and then
Hmm.
just you have equally like gone all in on transforming just like how you go about your workouts. Because when we were first talking, right, you're like, I'm gonna just get my walk on, which was awesome. And then
Yeah.
we talked about like get in the gym and get some weights. I always
Yes.
tell people, like, if you're lifting and you lift weights, whatever they are, and you can do 8 to 10 reps easily, you are not lifting heavy enough. Like you're
Right.
not. It shouldn't be easy. And that, like the weights, with some of the protein, but you were all in on everything, which was awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
So, what do you?
Yeah. How do you feel? Like, have you noticed, other than just the boost in confidence? I mean, have you noticed anything else? Like, physically since you've lost the weight or since you've been on the new regimen?
So it's definitely quieted the food noise that I
Mm.
had. Eating smaller portions, which is great, because sometimes it almost makes you not really have much of an appetite at all. And I wanted to make sure that even though if I didn't have a big one, that I still need to be having my protein. I still need
Yeah.
to be eating healthy and making sure that good things were going in my body versus just nothing at all. I feel so much better mentally as well of knowing that you're healthier and physically. I really feel great. Yeah.
Do you feel that you have
That
more
is so
energy? Do you feel like
Oh,
is your
absolutely.
sleep changed?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely have a lot more energy. My sleep's been pretty good. That was one thing with hormones. I wasn't sleeping as good as I was before.
So
that's
you like
awesome.
really like the transformation was just like menopause transformation because like
Yeah.
you not
Mhm.
only were getting at the root cause or getting some help
Yeah.
to deal with the hormone loss and just adjusting to your hormone levels and learning more about that, but then also getting a little bit of a I don't know what a little bit of a bump to kind of help you kind of put other things into play for weight loss.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm probably 3 over 3, maybe 4 years in to menopause. A couple years ago, I was having an average of 20 hot flashes a day.
Oh shit!
20 hot flashes a day. If you all have had those, you can only imagine. I was about to pull my hair out of what is
Mhm.
going on with me. And they say what it can go on for 10 plus years. We definitely need
Crazy.
a podcast strictly on just hormones and
Yes,
menopause of things that women aren't talking about that,
it's in the work.
oh my gosh, yeah.
I was just curious. So the injection, it's an injection, right? That you take. Do you administer it yourself or do you have to go
Yes, I
to
do.
and like how often?
I
Yeah,
do.
like
And
what's the
we're
protocol?
laughing because Emily is a faint.
Oh
Emily
my
can't
gosh.
stand the sight of needles, so the fact that she's doing this is like crazy. So tell us like the dirt on that. Like what's it like? And there's one.
Yeah,
I
is it
just want
like
to
a little
acknowledge again.
needle? Is it
Yeah.
big? Like what like
So at first, the semaglutide, it's a bioidentical. I first started with just under the tongue. It was a liquid. That wasn't working for me. So then they switched me to the injectable. So it is, you get a vial, you have to put it in a syringe. So the first time, and the needle, it's tiny. But yeah, I am a fainter. I'm not good with blood. I'm not good with needles. If they want to give me a shot or anything, I say I'm a fainter. I want to lay down and, turn my head. I don't even want to see what's going on. My first time, so Ava's there and she's helping me out and she is looking like she's about to like darts or something. I'm like, oh my god, no, don't even, because you put it in your
It's
stomach.
not a stab.
I know, don't
in your
like
stomach?
dart me.
In your
Oh my
stomach?
god, yeah, in my
Yeah.
stomach, the lower part below your belly button, 2 to 3 inches to the left or to the right. I said, no, I'll do it. I need to figure this out. For about 2 hours, I was like, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then finally I was like, fuck it. Emily, just do it. And it didn't even hurt. But it took me about 2 hours
It's
So
to
it's just a
are you
mental barrier.
it
are you
You
was
know?
experiencing like everybody talks about the side effects? First of all, everybody also talks about like Ozempic face, which is kind of
yeah,
a thing of the not the past, but it's a
right.
sign now that maybe that shouldn't be happening. And now, like, I know you are low dosed, and there's a lot of great, like,
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, but I research a ton out of this, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of great research about low dose GLP-1, not only
Mhm.
for this purpose, but also cognitive function.
And
I mean,
heart.
inflammation. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just, it's pretty exciting to see where that's going to go. But, you also hear about some of the side effects, the GI side effects. So what did you experience?
When I went to the shot, I didn't experience any side effects. With the liquid, it my mouth was very dry. It was like a loss of saliva. I had a really bad dry mouth, and then that was one of the side effects. But with the shot, no side effects at all. And I am on a very low dose, which is great.
Microdose, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm so happy. I mean, we've had a lot of conversations and I just remember tears. I mean, I remember you being just really, it's just not happy. I don't know, maybe it was the menopause. Maybe it was just like the frustration, but you
Yeah.
have such a pep in your step. Well, I mean, you're wearing a shoulder off shirt
Oh,
and tight pants. So it's like you've got like, I love that you've got your spark. And I
Yeah.
also just, again, I appreciate your willingness to talk about this because
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we just need to break the perception of the stigma that we just got to be able to talk about it. Because if you're feeling any of these symptoms or just you're frustrated, people are frustrated listening to this, like keep
Yeah.
asking questions, find a practitioner that will listen.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
and
there's
the
so
me,
much
yeah,
in the media or in social media or whatever you follow that kind of portray it as a negative thing.
Yeah.
You hear, I mean, at least on whatever my algorithm is, it's like it just pulls up bad. And so it's sort of like you're, at least that whatever algorithm is in my feed is it's like made out to be this sort of bad thing. And you
like
only hear about
people are
the
cheating the system.
right. You only, well, or
Yeah.
you only hear about the horrible stories and this,
Mhm.
horrible side effects or the one in a million kind of like with anything that, that happen. And so it's so nice to hear your story about somebody who's, doing it right, working with a medical professional, not doing a crazy dose. You don't have the side effects. And so I have a lot of friends who I know are really curious about it and have even gone so far as to start to research it. And so I think this will be really helpful information for
Yeah.
sure. And I'm
Yeah,
so
and you
happy.
know what?
So for you.
I was going to say the session that Emily mentioned, I think I've got it. It's all recorded. So I'll include that in our podcast notes, so people can listen to that. And the dish that Emily was talking about, I had to make it one because we don't have any food in our refrigerator. And this is the simplest way to clean out your fridge. And who doesn't have an egg or two or egg whites on hand?
Yeah.
But it's like an egg white, or you can make it with real eggs because full eggs, the yolk is amazing. So don't be afraid of using yolks, but I just like the ease of pouring eggs. But everybody in my family loves this. And it's just got this doughy texture. It like feels like you're having a lot of volume, like a lot of food, which is the name of the game in weight loss, is finding those higher volume, low calorie, satisfying foods. So I have a pan, or I sometimes use a small cake pan depending on the size of my tortilla. The tortilla matters because you can eat tortillas that aren't healthy for you. So you got to read the back and look for the higher fiber tortillas is really what you want to be looking for. But I just lay it in a pan here. So this is a smaller one, and I use whatever I have in my fridge. My base is egg whites. Emily, you've got your spin on this, and I sometimes put a couple scoops of cottage cheese to bump
Yep.
up the protein. And then I had like leftover kale that's going to go bad, some peppers. I love putting feta cheese, a little salt and pepper, pop it in
Yep.
the oven for like 20 minutes, you're done. And so I'll be making my husband
Yeah.
lunch with this here
I do
while
the
we're
same
talking.
thing, but I
Yeah,
do
it's
like the
good.
yolks.
Hmm.
But I'll like peppers, onions, saute those up with like chicken sausage or turkey sausage with some feta cheese, and sometimes I'll put some olives on there. I love olives.
Mm.
That sounds
It's like the savory
That's a
route
little
you
bit of
take.
salty, a little bit of saltiness,
yeah.
but yes, it is
Okay.
so good. But that's like my go-to for breakfast. I'll make it a couple times a week, and it is very filling. You get a lot of protein and fiber from it.
Love that.
Put
I'm
the
gonna have to
recipe in the
add it
link too.
in.
Yeah.
I'll have to add it in.
Steph,
Yeah,
what
I
time is
haven't
it?
had much of an
What time is
appetite this week, but yeah, but I definitely might have to try that. So before we go, I have
Yes.
to ask.
Mhm.
So I've been laid up, literally like not doing anything, but I've had a chance to catch up on some movies, on some books, on some social media. So have you guys seen the movie It Ends With Us?
Yes.
Yes,
I
You guys have
have.
both seen this. Okay.
Yes.
I know.
And you guys are both aware of the
Of
controversy.
yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of made me
So,
mad a little bit.
yeah. So, are we like, team are we on?
Don't know. I
Because
don't know.
Okay,
anyways,
so
I'm asking.
take a minute and fill our friends who are listening on the controversy. By the way, the book by Colleen Hoover is awesome,
The
but
book is
there's a
awesome. The movie I thought was disappointing.
fill everybody in on the controversy in 30
Yeah.
seconds, 1 minute.
And, the book, and I feel sad because I feel like the movie is an important movie because it's about domestic violence and
Yeah.
the story of, a woman like freeing herself from the pattern of domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
And so I felt like it was a really important movie. And then I was so sad when I saw that it kind of got overshadowed by all this nonsense of Blake Lively suing Justin Baldoni, who is the producer, director, actor in the film. And then he sued her and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. And like Taylor Swift is involved. And it's this layered
I know.
mess. And I felt really sad because I thought, it was an important movie. And then it just got overshadowed by all this nonsense instead
Yeah.
of talking about and bringing light to an important topic, an important societal topic. So,
But I thought the controversy was around, again, maybe I'm not as in the loop as you are, Steph. I thought the controversy was around Blake Lively getting like either getting all the attention and like the domestic violence not being as front and center as it needed to be.
yeah, well, she claims that she was somehow sexually assaulted in the filming of the movie by
Yeah.
Justin Baldoni.
Yes.
Which that seems to be like from what I've read in my sick lair, like not at all substantiated. And that she and Ryan Reynolds kind of bombed in and tried to take over the production of the movie from Justin Baldoni. And
Okay.
I've seen a few interviews with her, and she comes across kind of a bitch. And I just really, yeah. And I don't know, I always thought she was a beautiful, person and
Yeah.
actress. And so it made me a little sad. And so I found myself
Yeah.
conflicted, like, I don't know what side I'm on. So I was curious if anybody had any thoughts.
Yeah. I've heard the same thing. I guess they have like some kind of coach or something that's on there and
An intimacy
audio and
coach.
video intimacy coach of
Yes.
him, of her saying, "Can we not kiss, or why don't we just have a conversation?" And that he was going off script. But that's what you hear from some of
Yeah.
the shows and stuff. But I loved the movie and the message. Like, oh man, it just hit hard.
To hear what our listeners think about the topic, if anybody wants to
Yeah.
weigh in and set me straight or share a little bit more info. Just while we're on the topic of shows, though, any other favorite shows you guys are watching? It's been cold it's warming up now, but a little more
Yeah.
TV than we typically do.
I'm just catching up on the Housewives.
Of course.
I'm up to date on Beverly Hills, and I'm about to roll into the season finale of Salt Lake City. So
What do you
Oh.
think of with Beverly Hills? What do you think of the controversy with Kyle and what's her name? Her name isn't
Dorit.
coming to me.
I'm
Dorit,
so
what do you think
over
about that?
Kyle. I'm so over Kyle.
I think that Dorit is trying to stay on the show. I think she's doing
Yeah.
this
I'm ready for
to make
Lisa
sure she stays
Vanderpump to come
relevant.
back. Bring
Me
back
too.
Lisa.
Totally.
Bring back Lisa.
And Vanderpump Rules, total recast. I've been getting into Southern Hospitality. It's really, I love that show. I mean, when I watch
I don't know
reality,
this one.
don't judge anybody listening. My mind just turns off and I don't care what, like, it just gives me a minute to like, I don't think about anything, but
Yeah, I
that's
love
another good
it.
one.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool.
I like reality. I've watched a little bit of Selling the Big City. I liked that, but
Mhm.
I definitely like my Netflix shows and series. Night Agent, the second series just came out and it's amazing.
Oh, I'll have
One of
to
my,
check into that
Yeah.
one.
I have to report back someone I know in my Bible study, which is really funny. She told me about this Tell Us Lies. I don't know. There's a lot of sex. I'll find out what it is,
Tell us
but it was
lie?
apparently very Tell Us Lies. I think I'll
Oh,
find out. I'll
tell us
report
Ella.
back.
lies.
Oh,
Apparently, it's
Tell
like
Us Lies.
hot,
Okay.
but
Oh,
still PG-ish. So I'll come back with a couple other shows next time.
Okay.
So, friends, if you're listening still at this point, please share this in social media. Share the Keep It Real podcast with your friends. We would greatly appreciate it.
Yay.
Anything else, ladies? Anything else before we sign off?
No.
No.
Time to go back to bed for me.
Yeah. Aw, I hope you feel better, Steph.
I feel
Thanks,
better. I hope the
guys.
family. Hope it stops here.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
All
All right,
right.
Have a good
guys.
one.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for joining. Share this with your friends. We'll see you next time.